Hello, everyone. And how is everyone doing today? What's up? What is up? What is up? Hello. Hi, babies. How y'all doing today? All right. It is a day 19. It is day 19 in the neighborhood, right? It's day 19, and we are here on this 30 Days of Visibility YouTube series to talk about day 19. Turn your message into marketable media content, right? Turn your message into marketable media content. So, we want to get into this topic today, right? And I am Sharise in Johnson Moore. I'm a publishing consultant, visibility coach, and I want to help you in your media, with your visibility in media. Today, we're talking about how to turn your message into marketable media content. You already have the message, right? You already have the message. Now it's time Now it's time to package it in a way that reaches, serves, and sustains the people you're called to impact. Now it's time to package it in a way that reaches, serves, and sustains the people you're called to impact. So, we always start with this one. We always have to start with this one. We have to clarify our core message. We have to clarify. That means identify the main problem you solve. Define who your message is for. Keep your message simple and repeatable. A clear message is easier to market and remember. Like I always give you this one. Hello, my name is Sharise Johnson Moore, and I am the owner of Sharise and Johnson Moore LLC. I am your publishing consultant and visibility coach, and I help entrepreneurs, faith-based leaders, and authors gain their exposure, help them be seen, heard, and be known. So that is my clear message. It tells you exactly who I'm helping. It tells you exactly who the main identify the main problem I'm solving. Okay, and it keeps my message short and simple and repeatable. A clear message is easier to market and remember. Number two, we're going to translate the message into content themes. Okay. Translate the message into content theme. Turn your message into 3 to 5 content categories. Okay. Content categories. Use them like teaching, storytelling, testimony, and a strategy. Okay. Themes help you stay focused and consistent. Themes help you stay focused and consistent. This becomes the foundation of your content calendar. So when I make my content calendar, I always have to um I help authors help them with their publishing needs, okay, and visibility to be seen in the marketplace in media. So that would be where I sat down and go ahead and put this content calendar together, which I've already made mine for 2026, of what I'm going to present to you in that whole year as far as content is concerned. Hello, and how are you doing today? Hello. Um, and welcome to 30 Days of Visibility. My name is Sharise Johnson Moore, and I am your publishing consultant and visibility coach. Okay, so we want to, you know, put the content together, have it laid out, have it all laid out. Where we can go step by step in things we're going to present to our public uh in the front end. Okay. That is the back end is putting it all together. The front end is presenting all the stuff that I'm going to talk about in my content calendar, right? Just like I sat down the other day and I put a content calendar together for my day. I moderated room on Clubhouse It's called the Daily Inspiration for Authors Room. And Brazilian Black Women Daily Inspiration for Authors Room. And I moderate on Tuesdays. And so I went into ChatGPT, right? And I put in what would be good topics to talk about since it's my day to moderate as the moderator for that room. And I asked it to give me content for a whole year. Oh my God, what did I ask that for? It came up with like 90 topics, like 90 to 100 topics. And I was like, really? Like, oh my God, so, and then each day I'll take that topic and break it down even more to like into 5 speaking points. um what is, ask the question of the day, and things of that nature. I also put that in the prompt for my chat gbt, and it rolled it out and rolled it out, and I was like, okay, all right, cool. So I kind of really, I've gotten into setting up my content where I don't have to stress myself out about trying to even figure out what topic I'm gonna talk about. You know, sometimes in your sometimes when we don't plan our stuff out, it's just I'm gonna do this, and that's how I'm gonna do. Sometimes you can drift off topic. You can drift off your topic of what you actually do in your business when you don't sit down and compose all your topics, what you're gonna talk about with your public, whether it be Facebook, whether it be Twitter, whether it be TikTok, whether it be YouTube, whatever it is. It always good to know what you're gonna talk about, because then I'm kind of a deep person. I'm kind of a deep strategical person, and I've learned that when I stay on topic, I'm better at my presentation. I'm better at my presentation, and I make flyers. I make flyers for the topic. I might be like TikTok. Okay, I'll give you an example. TikTok I do on Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. Right, so I decided I want to go ahead and just do on, for a week. I'll give you an example. For the next 6 months, in January through July, I plan on going on TikTok for a whole 6 months, every day except for Sunday at 10 a.m. Right? So I picked out my topics of what I want to talk about. So I really want to start at the beginning, where I'm going to talk about my book the Coming to Loving Yourself book. So I planned out a deep schedule for that content for the whole 6 months of what each topic I'm gonna talk about on a Friday. This topic will be Coming to Loving Yourself Fridays on TikTok. So I sat there and planned it out. Always be and always be ready so you don't have to get ready, as they say, right? So yeah, so I created a calendar for that. And now we're going to number 3, package the message for different media formats. Okay. Adapt one message for video, audio, written, and visual content. Okay. So for this segment, I turned around and I have all of these written out. Adapt one message for the video, adapt another message for audio, another for written, which is I would say the post on Facebook, across my social media platforms for the day, and I also turn around and created the flyers for each day for this segment. I do that every morning. Sometimes sometimes if I have spare time on my hands, I'll go ahead and create everything for that day for like I did that today for 20 for tomorrow. So I created the video, I created the audio, I've got the written, and the visual content. Okay. Short form videos, podcasts, blogs, and graphics all serve different audiences, right? So short form videos, your podcast, have it ready for your podcast. I have a podcast as well. So I get all the content ready for that as well. My short clips. Riverside, this is one thing I love about Riverside. I'm gonna just shout out to Riverside right about now. I could do this long form video, right? And it will take the video and make it into short form videos, clips as they call them. And I don't have to do nothing. They do it all for me. That's what I love about Riverside. The clips that you see on my social media platforms are already created. So I gotta do is download them to my computer, then upload them to the different platforms. That's how I do it. I know that might be kind of a long way, but I know what I want to put in short video. Always put when you have video, always make sure you have the the description under your video. So people will understand what this video is talking about, what this what the audio is talking about. You can also create audiograms. I've created those come in handy for podcasts or this episode. If I wanted to use it on that episode, I could take a clip of sound, like a track, a little bit of it, under a minute, and then put it with the flyer that goes with this, like the Instagram, and put the track over top of the picture, the visual, as they call it, the graphic, and I could turn around and put them together and then upload it to my social media platforms. They come in handy. Okay. Marketable content meets people where they already are. Marketable content meets people where they already are. Okay? So, you're starting your business or you just launched a book and you want to get readers. So, you may want to start posting in like Facebook groups that are for authors, or reader groups. I always do reader groups, because reader groups are where you want your book. You don't want people to buy it, okay? You want people to buy the book. So you want to go to places where people are buying the books. Number 4, connect value to transformation. Connect value to transformation. Focus on outcomes, not just information. Focus on outcomes, not just transformation. Like I created this series to introduce my one-on-one visibility coaching sessions. Okay. It's always, it's give you information and introduce you to a service I offer. So that's 2 in 1. Show how your message creates change. Okay. Show how your message creates the change. Where if I'm showing my audience what I do, other creatives, I'm going to give that an example. Other creatives that do content like this, I could show them how it's really like what the back end look like. I could give that example because, where you create the flyers and you create the description and you create the topics and things like that. I could go into all of that, and how my visibility one-on-one visibility coaching session helps you in getting in front of an audience. Help your audience see themselves on the other side of the solution. Okay. If you would like a one-on-one visibility coaching session with me, we could sit down and create your plan everything out, write a strategy. Okay. I'll give you this example. If I needed someone to help me I'll give you different. If someone came to me to say, I need your one-on-one visibility coaching session, okay, first we will write, so what is your business about? And how do you see yourself? And then we will go into what do you do in media so far? What do you do with in your social media platforms? How are you presenting yourself? How do you want to be seen in on social media or in public for speaking events, things of that nature? How to go after being on podcasts and virtual interviews or in-person interviews in a studio. Okay, we will go through that. We would find the gaps in your marketing plans. We sit down and work it out, put a write things down that you need to do, and write down the things you need to stop doing. Okay, because sometimes we can present ourselves in a manner that is, you're saying one thing, you say you do one thing, but you're really doing something else. So we gotta get it all together. Make sure that that statement that the business is putting out the right information, so people won't get discombobulated or confused about what you do and who you are. Okay. Um, Transformation makes content compelling. Transformation makes content compelling. If you go to my YouTube channel, if you go to the very first video I put on my YouTube channel, I did not have all this hair. And you see if you have watched, or if you go through my YouTube videos, you'll see the gradual transformation of how I presented myself over a period of time. And you know what? I didn't realize I had this page since 2012. I didn't realize I had this YouTube. My YouTube has been up that long, since 2012, and it's like, wow. And then I realized, I said, that's why I got almost 1,600 videos up here, because I realized I could use YouTube as a tool to get me seen for the things that I'm offering in my business, like my singing. I do singing engagement. I'm a gospel artist. So I have singing videos up there if anybody would like to see them. I always put things on YouTube to bring me more visibility, because you never know who's watching you and you never know who's paying attention. So you want to have them. If you have any video content, that will be a good place to start your YouTube channel. It's a gradual transformation, a gradual look, how I dress, how I talked, how I presented myself, how things, how I got more intricate with the way I present my lives, things of that nature. So it's a gradual transformation. Number 5 is create clear call to actions. Create clear call to actions. Every piece of content should lead somewhere. Ooh, child. Praise the Lord. Every piece of content should lead somewhere. It should lead them to a website. It should lead them to the YouTube page if you got one. It should lead them to an email. You sign up for the email address. Every piece of content leads them somewhere. This content leads you to a one-on-one visibility coaching session. And it also leads you to my website, all my social media platforms. What does my business offer? Different things. It leads you to somewhere. If you want one-on-one consultations, if you want a one-on-one visibility coaches, it leads you somewhere. Invite your audience to watch, listen, download, book, or support. Excuse me. This series, and I'm gonna be vulnerable here. And I went to a conference, right? I went to a conference in October. And that conference changed my whole mindset. What I mean by that is that now I am not afraid to ask for what I need. I'm not afraid to speak up for myself. I'm not afraid to ask for the support. I'm not afraid to ask you to purchase my book. I'm not afraid to say, okay, can you listen to my podcast? I'm not afraid to ask my audience to watch the replay of this video. I used to think I was bothering people. I used to think that I was bothering people when I asked for things. Now I've gotten to the point where I like speaking up for myself because it frees me. It frees my spirit. Speaking up for yourself is a form of loving yourself. Okay? Speaking up for what you want is a form of loving yourself. It's about self-respect. It's about I'm here and I'm here. This is who I am. This is what I bring to the table. And I am not ashamed to tell you who I am. Okay? That's what the invite really says about you. When you invite your audience to watch, listen, download or book or support you, you're saying this is me and this is what I bring to the table. Um, you know, we can collaborate, we can work together, we can do a lot of things together, and you're inviting your audience in to your space. Okay. Clarity increases engagement and conversion. Clarity, being clear about what you want and what you bring to the table is so important. Being, how could I say this? Be you. Be you no matter what everybody else is doing. Be you. You're smart, you're beautiful, you're kind, you're considerate, you're respectful, and you love yourself. Okay? So bring only everyone is unique. Everyone is unique with their gifts and talents. That's right, I'm going to go there. God gave everyone their gifts and talents. No one is the same. So when you are clear with your audience of who you are and what you offer and how you come to serve people, you come to serve them. This is my service to you, not just, oh, okay, all right, give me your money. I need you to buy this. No, I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve to help you elevate to another level of thinking. I'm here to serve you so you can bounce your ideas off on me. Tell me what you think. And you need help. Open your mouth. Don't sit there and suffer in your business and don't ask nobody for no help. Okay? Don't sit and suffer. Don't do that to yourself because what you're saying is, I don't think I'm important enough. I don't think I'm important enough. I don't think I don't have value. Speak up for yourself. Tell the people what you need. Look, I need somebody to help me with this, that. I need somebody to help me make some flyers over here. I need somebody to help me format this book. I need somebody to help me find how to do the copyright. You know, and don't ever think your question is done. Okay? Don't ever think your question is done. Okay? The question, I'm gonna say the ones that you really need is the ones that you don't ask. The ones that you really need the answers to is the ones that you're afraid to ask. Speak up. Speak up, speak loud, and be you. Be you. Visibility without direction leads to confusion. It sure do. When you don't have a clear plan, when you don't have a clear destination, when you don't have an end date, an end date. Okay, I'm doing this for 30 days. This is my direction. I'm 30 days in, or I'm gonna do this for 30 days. 30 days is that's my direction. And it's leading to letting everyone know who watches this replay or have watched these 30 days of content to let you know that I help you with your visibility coaching. That's where it leads to. I um I remember when I was in a marketing class, and I took this marketing class for 13 months. And that marketing class helped me out a lot. It helped me out with how to launch mine, how to launch your services, products, services, things of that nature. So if how could I say this? If you don't know things, go back and learn them. Go take a class. Don't be ashamed. I gotta take a break. I'm going to this class. I'm going to get my degree. I'm going to get this. You ain't really got to explain that to nobody. You don't really owe nobody no explanation about what you're doing to better your business. It's for you. It's not for it's for you to better yourself, to level up to the level you know you can be in your business, or you want to be, or you strive to be. And that's your business when you want to go back to school and learn something, right? And what you learn, you implement that into your business. So visibility without direction leads to confusion. It does. I was not clear. I was all over the place. I was not. I was willy nilly all on the beach when I first started my business. But I went back to school to learn new things, how to do marketing, how to do visibility, how to. I even took a class. I have another coach. I was taking a class of how to present myself live on a virtual or in a studio, or and how to do interviews, how to present myself in media, how to learn how to do all of the stuff that you're seeing today. I took a class for that. I got a coach for that. you know and it's for the better. It's for you to better yourself in what you're doing. Don't ever despise small beginnings, because you starting small now, but hey, you never know. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know how you know you don't know who's gonna see your content and really, really need your content, your book, your message, your information, whatever you're bringing to the table. You never know who might need that. So let's go through our five again. One is clarify your core message. Translate. Number two is translate the message into content themes. Three is package the message for different media formats. Number four is connect value to transformation. And five is create clear call to actions. Okay, so those are our five. Here is your day 19 action step. Write down one message you share often. And there's three ways you could turn it into media content this week. Your assignment for here's day 19 action step. Write down one message you share. Write down one message you share often. And list three ways you could turn that into media content for this week. Okay? Um, take your time. I know you got children, we got kids, we got grandkids and stuff like that, but I'm telling you something else you're gonna learn. You want to incorporate in your business is boundaries. Boundaries. Oh, that's a good one. Boundaries. Because what I have found out in business is if I am so distracted with this, and if I got, okay, I'll say this. If I got to watch grandkids, that means I don't have time to work on my business, because you want to give your grandkids total attention, help them, what they're doing, and they want to spend time with grandma, so grandma want to enjoy the kids, okay? But you also have to learn how to do boundaries. No, I got something to do, baby. I can't watch the cheering today. Okay, I can't watch the cheering. No, I can't take you to football practice. No, I can't. Eh, Look, when you become an entrepreneur, it changes your whole life. It changes your perspective. It changes how you see yourself and how you see others. When you're striving for something that you really want to do, sometimes we have to say no a lot of times to people pulling at us to do this for them, and you need a day of quietness. That's why in the new year I have decided I'm not doing any work on Sunday. I'm gonna leave that for the Lord. That's the Lord's day. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not answering the phone. I'm not doing no texting. I'm not looking at no I'm not on no computer. I'm not doing no work. Okay. Sunday is my day off. And the only thing I'm watching is New Birth Missionary with Pastor Jamal Bryant. That's the only thing I'm doing on Sunday. I have decided to place a boundary within my business that I am going to take a day to relax, because you're going, and you will burn yourself out. I've already been there. So I have learned. And when it comes to me learning new things, okay, well, no, I can't do that right now. I can't, you have to learn how to. Loving yourself means you want to live on a different level. You want to think on a different level, and you want to pursue something else. And it means I can't have no distractions. And when you are focused, you get you get things done faster when you stay focused in your business. Okay, I just want to give y'all that. I just want to give. I ain't mean to go all deep on you, but I just want to give y'all, bless y'all with that word for today. If you want help refining your message and and turning it into content that actually converts, I invite you to book your one-on-one visibility session. Book your one-on-one visibility session with me, where you can sit down. We can sit down, strategize things about your business. It's also in the chat. The link to sign up for that. It's still a Black Friday sale. Still Black Friday is 50% off that one-on-one visibility coaching session. Okay, it is 50% off until December the 31st at midnight. Okay, all right. And come on, let's sit down and get your strategy session, your visibility strategy session set for 2026. Because I know you want to go to conferences. I know you want to go do book signings. I know you want to do certain things, and you got to plan. You got to plan. You can't be all just willy nilly. I willy nilly just doing anything, because I'm gonna tell you something I know. You got to work on a budget, because if you're just spending money and you spending money and you gotta have it coming in, you can't give away everything. I'm gonna just go with this, what God telling me. You can't give away everything, and then you're spending money too at the same time, and you have nothing coming in. You have to plan your business in a way where it is constantly making income. It's constantly making income. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with giving away your book every now and then, but do you realize you got to end up paying that tax at the end of the year for the books you gave away? And you got to keep a record with that. So I'm just giving you that one. Yes. So come on, and let's sit down and do this visibility coaching session. Okay. The link is in the chat to book your session today. And if this series helped you, if this series really helped you, I want you to support the broadcast. You can support the broadcast with donations through Cash App, PayPal, and Stripe. Okay. It could be any amount. There's no regulation on that. I thank you for what you do give or you do donate. I will greatly appreciate it, right? And I want to see you tomorrow for day 20. Day 20. Keep showing up, keep sharing your message, and stay visible. See you tomorrow for day 20. All right, everybody. I want everybody to have a blessed evening. All right. Talk y'all tomorrow, babies. Love you. Yeah. Mm. Okay.